Every day I wake up, wake your ass up.
The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?
Yep, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Jess Hilarious, DJ Envy. Envy had to run, but Loren LoRosa is in. And right now we got a, man, I want to say young legend, but you just a legend at this point, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Listen, anybody that delivered Nas his first Grammy, I got to salute. Hit Boy is here.
Respect.
Good morning.
Appreciate y'all having me. I've been waiting to get on here for some years, man.
Man, happy to have you, man. How you feeling this morning?
Solid, man. I feel better than ever, for real. Yeah, just running around New York. You know what I mean? We was out late last night, so I'm dragging a little bit, but I'm good, though, man. I'm blessed.
You in time for Fashion Week?
I'm just here, man, moving around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When did Hit Boy feel like he arrived? I mean, you produced for everybody from Jay-Z to Beyonce to Nas. When you look back, was it a beat? Was it a moment that made you feel like, yeah, I'm here to stay in this game?
Yeah, it's crazy, man, because I was in a situation. I was in a deal for like 18 years with UMPG, Universal Music Publishing Group, and I was just talking about how I kind of never felt like I all the way made it, because, you know, it's funny, bro. You don't even know this. You tweeted something a long time ago that triggered something in my brain, bro. Somebody said something and you tweeted like, this is probably 2011 something. You was like, Hit Boy got that otherworldly money, because I guess I did niggas in Paris, I did other joints, and I was like, hold up, I'm supposed to have otherworldly money. This is Jay-Z first diamond record, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, so that's what I didn't even know I was in a bad deal till I made Niggas in Paris. You know what I mean? I did Drop the World with my boy Chasing Cash for Lil Wayne and Eminem. I did other joints, but that was the first hit that was like, okay, where the real money at now? You know what I mean? And I was able to get some bread. I went and did a record deal and a label deal with Jimmy Iovine at Interscope, but my publishing money wasn't what it should have been. I couldn't go get that crazy advance, so you triggered something in me. I'm like, man, I'm supposed to be touching.
Who do you have that conversation with, though? Because a lot of times, man, especially when you black, you don't like to tell people you don't know something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So who you had that conversation
You know,
with?
it's crazy, though, because that's, bro, Jimmy Iovine, I went to his crib when I was about to sign my deal, just chopping it, we eating food, you know, just connecting. And I'm just telling him, like, bro, I don't know nothing about none of this shit. And he was like, you know, that's actually the smartest thing you ever said, because everything I do, you can learn. But what you do, I can't learn that. You just got that in you. So that, you know, that was just like a little moment where, bro, it's been a journey. It's been a hell of a journey. And I got out my deal just this past July, 2 months ago. So I feel like I made it when I got out my deal. You know what I mean?
So it was Jimmy Iovine who got you on the right track, basically.
Well,
because he could have just handed you a piece of paper and said, "Oh, just sign this." And
that's kind of what happened. He handed me the papers. He gave me a couple M's. I'm like 24 years old. I went and did the most nigga shit I could do. Got a crib and moved all my homies in and just like turned up. And I was able to make some hits. Though. Yeah, but basically, Jay-Z was the one who got me out my deal. Jay-Z and Desiree Perez, they stepped in. I was being managed by them like 2021. And at that point, I was in my deal for 14 years. And I was like, yo, I need to get out this deal. And they was like, well, the best we could do is, you know, you can go from here to 2025. And when, you know, July 2025 hit, you'll be out your deal. And I just did them last 4 years. So I was in my deal for 18 years.
July 1st, 2025. What did you wake up feeling like?
A new man. I just like, man, the pressure, that dark cloud is just gone now. Like, it was like, I didn't even realize I was depressed. Like, I've been doing therapy, you know what I mean? I realized a lot. Like, shout out Melissa Dumas, my therapist. Like, she made me realize I never had boundaries. And that made me go back to like, oh, that's why I was like, just basically handed people around me the same lifestyle. You know, I'm taking 20, 30 people out to dinner. I'm doing all the young nigga shit, period. So just, you know, basically just to be in this place now, I'm just feeling refreshed, man.
How are you now with that, though? Right?
I'm good. I'm good,
is
man.
the circle small?
It's like a dot. It's not a circle no more. It's like it's small now, you know. So just more condensed, and you know, I got the right people around me that I know really care about me versus just letting anybody hang.
What did Jay-Z and Dez do exactly to get you out your situation? You know, everybody likes to blame Roc Nation for the bad shit.
Right. Nah, I mean, bro, they did what they did. I don't know. They bossed up and went in there and figured it out, you know. They got me a nice little advance, 2021. It was like, well, you know, you can get this advance, but you still got to do 4 more years. And I just took it on the chin and just thugged it out, you know what I mean?
So now you can do a new publishing deal if you
Now
want.
I can do whatever I want to do. I'm a free man. For the first time I signed my deal 1 year out of high school, I was 19 years old. You know what I mean? And I was in that deal. I'm 38 now. You know what I mean? It's been some time. So I'm just, bro, I feel refreshed. I feel like I just started, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You've done so much.
Yeah,
So
like
what's the offers like on the table? Because everybody
nice.
heard about you getting out the deal. So I know they hawking you down.
The offers is nice, man.
Gotta be
you
a
know?
poor to be a better.
I mean, I ain't gonna say all that, you know what I mean? But we are working our way up to that because I'm expanding, bro. I just bought a horse. Shout out my boy DJ from Blue Bucks Clan, crazy group from the West Coast. But my boy just started messing with the horses, and he been putting me on, like, you know, gaming me up about how to get money with that, and it's like it's a whole different world.
A racehorse or agriculture?
Yeah, a racehorse. Yeah,
Wow.
racehorses. Yeah, it's like you buy DNA. You know what I mean? We basically like trying to find Michael Jordan mom, like, you know what I mean? Like they kid, you know what I mean? All they kids didn't want races. If like, you know, if they kids or their dad won races, it's just you know the value goes up. So learning that type of stuff and, you know, expanding into film. I'm doing some stuff with Alchemist, the homie Alchemist producer. You know, we going back and forth, just rapping on each other beats, and got a couple other people in the mix, and we did a movie to go with the album too. So I'm hype on that.
Because you and Al rapping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How do you balance being seen as one of the greatest producers with still being hungry and, I guess, chasing the next sound, maybe?
I mean, it's not that I'm chasing. It's just that's how I keep myself entertained, man. Like producing is always just been fun for me. It's just been like a replacement for video games, because I started when I was like 15, 16, and I stopped playing video games to start making beats, and I'm glad I did. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yo, you still look so young. You talking like that's right. You're still young. How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 38.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel 25 for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And then if hearing you say, right, you feel like you about to just start all over.
Yeah.
So
With more knowledge, just way smarter, way flyer, way richer, you know? Yeah.
So, but the way you make it sound is like you haven't enjoyed any of it at all.
No, I have. I've been, you know, I've had some good times, but, you know, I just been chasing like something within myself, like just trying to push myself to be like great, like, you know what I mean? Like I look up to the greats, you know what I mean? I look up to the Jay-Z's, to the Ye's, to Nas's, like, you know, and it's like I know it's more to get, you know.
When you talk about going to see a therapist, was it just the bad publishing deal that had you?
Nah. I've been dealing with, you know, it made me realize a lot just about my childhood. My pops had got out of prison a couple years ago. People kind of saw the splash, but I've been dealing with that, you know, since I was 3 years old. That's something that, you know, my mom and my grandma, they did a great job, like raising me, you know, making me a respectable young man and all that. But, you know, I just still felt some type of void with my dad. And, you know, every time we get out, we start to make some stride, we start to move, and then it's like, boom, he back in there. He doing another 3 years right now.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy, man.
Did you feel like you wanted to be in hip hop because he always had that dream of wanting to be a rapper?
Nah. I just love music, period. You know, because my uncle was in a group called Troop back in the day. My grandma.
I was just talking about Troop last week. We were just talking about Troop.
So my grandma is the one who started them when my uncle was like 13. Like he found some kids from his high school, and then she was the one that whipped them into shape to where they got a record deal and stuff. They had a couple number ones and all that. But I got to see, early in my life, I got to see a lot, because I lived with him when he was at his height. Me and my mom, I'm like 2, 3, 4 years old. I'm hearing all this like R&B, I'm hearing soulful, I'm hearing NWA, gangsta West Coast music, and living pretty nice up until I was like 5. And then, you know, I was dealing with my dad being in prison, but living with my uncle, I got to see a high level lifestyle. But then I also seen how it started to be new R&B groups, and the sound switched, and Troop wasn't what it once was. And it was like we went from living in nice condos to now we living in a 1-bedroom all together, you know what I mean, in Pasadena. Yeah, so I got to see highs and lows, man. That's why I keep it just humble. I keep it cool.
Right. I was gonna ask how has that shaped you, because you lived that pretty early.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, man. Just visiting prisons and then going back to my uncle condo where he got a elevator in the spot and a pool. Like, it was just like I'm being tugged in a bunch of different, you know, ways, but it just kind of kept me balanced at all times. Like, I come from a super humble, cool family too, so, you know, I'm always just pushing, man,
I was just talking about Troop last week because I forgot somebody sampled "All I Do Is Think of You."
A couple people have.
And Nyla played it last Friday, and they was like, "That's B5." And I'm like, "B5."
Yeah.
But then it's really, Jackson 5, right? But Troop just they
His name is Suave.
stronghold. They went crazy on their version.
Now you got Grammy wins, you got plaques, you got accolades. What do you feel still hasn't been said about your legacy yet?
What hasn't been said? I mean, I can't really. I don't really know. I'm just living it. You know what I mean? Like me, I feel like I'm the least like technical producer ever. Everything has just been flowing through me. It's coming from the soul. Like that's why I don't feel like people could pinpoint my sound, I can go from Beyonce to Nas, or go from Nas to Bieber, or to Bieber to Drake, or whatever. It's like I just make music. I don't got one thing that I specifically do. So I feel like people still haven't even, like, I got family members that don't even know, like, damn, you did trophies for Drake, or you did Right Here for Bieber and Drake, or you know, it's like people still don't even know what I've done yet, for real. It's some people that still think Kanye originated the Niggas in Paris beat. You know what I mean? Like, there are still people
that's hold you.
That's the story
I
behind the
literally
song,
thought that.
Yeah, so I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, it's still people that don't even know I was associated with Niggas in Paris. So I still got, you know, my story is yet to be fully told.
Break the association down with you in the song for people who don't know.
I mean, I produced the song, made the beat, you know. I just, I worked on that, and I worked on Lift Off from Watch the Throne too. But we had did a bunch of other songs. I was out here in New York. We was at Soho. You know, we was in the Mercer Hotel, just doing songs, and I'm hype on all these other joints that we was working on. I had like hearing Jay-Z vocals and Ye vocals on my beats. I was losing my mind, you know what I mean? But none of them songs seen a light of day. They just so happened to go to Paris, and I guess they was lit. Ye went through his emails and heard that beat. It just, they was turning up, and it went crazy.
You you know, you started a trend, right? Well, I wanted it to be a trend.
Right, like
When you and Nas got together
yeah.
and started creating all of those dope projects, I was like, that's what I want to see happen. I want all of these legendary MCs to get with younger producers who probably grew up on their sound and understand their sound and know what they need.
Yeah.
Why do you think that didn't become more of a thing?
I mean, I think it did, kind of, you know what I mean? I feel like we inspired a couple movements that's happening, you know what I mean? But the game is just different now, man. I feel like, you know, people don't care as much about producers, you know what I mean? Even just like that, you know, it's like me doing my own music and wanting to like push my stuff forward. It's a lot that's like that goes into that. Like, I just had a song drop last Friday, right, with Tia Kareen and Jid that I produced. Made the whole beat by myself, beat crazy as hell, energy. And I didn't know the song was dropping until I looked on Twitter. But my lawyer and my manager was reaching out to the label like, yo, we supposed to get primary credit on this. We supposed to get our payment taken care of. Mind you, the song came out, I still ain't even been paid for the motherfucker, you know what I mean? Even though it just came out, but still, it's like, that part of the game, I feel like producers are the most disrespected, like, period. You know what I mean? Like, I might do a song for somebody, they can go take it on a whole tour. I ain't even got my fee yet. I ain't even got an upfront. It's measly, my nigga, compared to what y'all out there making. But I'm trying to break down that. I'm trying to like get more respect put on producers' names. And I know we got people that's pushing in Metro, having successful albums. There's a lot of people that's doing their thing. Mustard going crazy, being on the Super Bowl. Like, that's good looks. It's like, but I feel like it's still a lot of respect that we don't get put on our name.
That's crazy to say that, because I come from the era where all the producers did, you know what I mean? The Swiss Beats, the Timberlands, the RZAs, the Premier, like, you knew all of them.
And they was getting chilly. They was getting bread back then.
They ain't even have what's the name drops in their songs.
Yeah, I know. I know.
You just knew it was them.
Yeah, they was in the music videos. They were everywhere. You would see it.
I mean, shit, I'm on that same wave now. I'm about to push my movement forward, man. This movie with Alchemist and just all the other stuff I'm doing is just, I feel like people gonna look at me in a whole new light.
Why Nas? What was it about Nas?
Man, he just wanted to work. You know what I mean? These niggas be on bullshit. Like, I'll be like, I'll link with people, I'll play them beats, you know, they'll take beats or they'll come record stuff and then never use it. Nas just kept coming through and kept using the music I was providing. And it was that simple. Like, I just kind of was like, if he gonna dedicate his energy, this is Nas, you know, he don't even have to be doing this shit. Like, he already solidified, but it gave me a chance to like really just learn. Like, it's like being in the gym, bro. We dropped 80 songs in 3 years. You know what I mean? 6 albums. So it's like that was a lot of practice, you know. And just we made it happen. We won a Grammy.
What did y'all unlock in each other creatively that the industry probably didn't even see coming?
I think just empowering each other, man. Like, you know, he was open to the ideas I was bringing him. Like, you know, I had certain like hooks, like I had the Don Toliver hook already, and I had like this Anderson .Paak hook that he used on the first album. That just like, he was just open to my ideas, and it's like, I'm a shooter, man. Everybody that pull up, I try to get these ideas off, and most people don't understand it, but he understood what I was on, and we just felt the vibe.
How much you sitting on from them Watch the Throne sessions?
How much I'm sitting on what?
Just extra music.
I mean, but that was so long ago, man. It's like I got stuff that's just sitting, but I don't really got nothing with their vocals on it. You know what I mean? I might have beat ideas and stuff I was working on at that time, but yeah, nah, they ain't letting the music out like that.
Gotcha.
Who was the best person you worked with? You would say. Well, what was the best experience with the artist?
Best experience.
That you had?
Man, it's been a lot of good ones.
Mm.
I mean, I guess I would say working on Beyonce album in 2013, the Beyonce album that dropped. I did a bunch of stuff on there. She let me have that opportunity. And we went to the Hamptons and we worked, and I was just like, that was ill.
That was Lemonade, right? I think that was.
No, that was the Beyonce album. Yeah, the one with the pink joint. That says Beyonce.
Okay. Because I know I see you. This sorry.
Okay. But nah, just being out there, seeing that level of lifestyle, and just like how she creates a community with the creatives that she brings around, like making everybody have dinner together and tell each other about themselves and just like really, getting to know the people that's around her. Like that was ill.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Kanye today?
I don't really got one, you know what I mean? But I mean, I love that dude, man. He funny as a motherfucker to me, bro. Like everything he say, everything he do be hilarious. And he a genius, obviously. He got crazy vision. And if he ever, you know what I mean, if we tap in, we tap in. But it's all love.
Is it a collaborative thing when you're in there with him, or is it more of a
it's everything, bro. I was bringing him beats. We was sitting down, making stuff together. We was, you know what I mean? He was having me flip songs that he had, like putting my take on it. It's everything.
It's dope. I mean, I didn't realize you come from such a musically inclined family. Like I knew your dad, of course, but then I didn't know your uncle.
Yeah.
So do you remember the first time you fell in love with music?
Fell in love. I mean, I remember one specific time. I must have been 4 years old, maybe 5, and we was riding. My uncle had this green Mustang. It was ill, like green rims and all that, and he had the top down, and he was playing NWA music, and I just remember like hearing all these cuss words. I'm a little kid, but I was like, but it just sounded so ill. Like I was just like, I was mesmerized by like what I was hearing.
Do you feel like you have to do for an artist from the West Coast, like an OG artist from the West Coast, or maybe not even an OG artist from the West Coast, but you have to do for them what you did for Nas?
I mean,
that's got to be a dream, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I did like 5-6 songs on Snoop Dogg back on Death Row, and I worked with Snoop, I worked with Game, I worked with a bunch of different. I did a bunch of stuff on what was the album that he dropped? Because I worked on Easy with Kanye and Game, so whatever album that was on. Drillmatic, yeah, a bunch of shit on there, yeah. But hey man, whoever want to lock in and it makes sense. Like the Nas shit was just a genuine moment. Like it wasn't like we chasing some industry thing or it's like, bro, I need you to he wasn't putting no pressure on me. Yeah. I was putting the pressure on myself more so to be like, let me deliver for Nas. You know what I mean? And that's what pushed us to make so much music. These lights is hitting. Wow.
Were you ever like nervous at some point working with Nas, because he is a great, and he's very particular. He has a particular style.
I mean, he laid back and humble and chill like me, so it's like it was pretty easy. You know what I mean? It was never no ego. That's why we was able to do so much stuff, and I feel like that's half of the thing. Like with rappers, especially like ego. You see a lot of people that had hits with big producers and then they stop working with them and then they don't make no more hits like that, and it's like, nigga, why didn't you just keep working with this producer?
That's right.
And
for a producer like you who can do so many different people from different places, how do you feel about the regional identity conversation that Metro was having? Like we artists need to have a certain sound from where you're from.
I mean, in this day and age, it's just kind of all mixed in, like especially with social media. It's like everybody see how everybody dress, everybody see how everybody talk from different places, and it's like everything is just being put into this melting pot. So I don't know, but it's like, I mean, you got your mustards, you got me, but I mean, I kind of do different sounds and shit, but you got people that's locked in on what they do, and but I feel like it's a new day. It's a time to experiment and explore and take advantage of that melting pot and just like pull from different places. Like I've been working with a lot of Detroit artists, Shout Baby Tron, I done worked with T Grizzly, Rio the Young OG, Peasy, like all the hood niggas, you know what I mean? It's like I'm pulling from that and then I'm bringing them into my world and just kind of meshing it together.
So is it the lyrics that influence the production or production that influence the lyrics?
It's all one thing.
Right.
It's all one thing. I feel like, people want to hear, if you hear that right beat, as an artist, like, it's like, it just come to you. You ain't got to overthink it.
I feel like if it works, it works. Every producer can't, dip and dab in every genre of music or have, because none of your stuff sound the same.
Right.
That is creative. That's dope, right? But going to, so you were saying Metro Boomin said that you're supposed to, well, not you supposed to, but producers
that,
have
like,
one particular sound?
Yeah, because he's basically was saying that like because of social media, everything's mixed in, and it's we're kind of losing the feeling of like Atlanta sounding like Atlanta, New York having a sound like that type of thing.
Yeah, I think if it worked, it worked. You're one of the examples of it working.
No, for sure.
I love Metro last project. That Futuristic Summer.
Yeah, man, that take me through there, man. I went to the most hood club in LA last week. I just be moving around. They was playing that, and the way they was turning up, I put that joint on my playlist. Man, like that shit hard.
I just like it because of the nostalgia that he provided. And it really do sound like a Futuristic Summer.
2013, 2015 vibe. Yeah, for sure.
But it sound like now.
I see what he did.
And the Waka Flocka records on there super slept on.
Word.
Who do you want to work with now? Like who do you? Because you work with a lot of artists that are people's dream artists to work with.
I want to do an album with Kodak Black, man. Kodak Black, I think that shit would be soulful, fly. Like, he really be rapping. He really be saying shit, you know. I haven't got to really connect with him, but I rock with dude for sure.
I always say Kodak is like, I would say Kendrick's evil twin, but Kendrick's evil is goddamn stuff.
No, for sure.
Kendrick's evil a twin.
Yeah, he a wild dude.
You haven't reached out to him or nothing?
Who that?
Kodak.
I have. He rapped on a song I did on Big Sean last album, but I ain't connected with him on some like, you know, let's really tap in. But you know, I want to do that for sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like people don't give you your flowers because you're not like a loud personality in the industry?
I mean, it could be that, but man, I'm over that whole conversation. I'm over lists and rankings and flowers and all that shit, bro. I'm just making the fly. I know I'm better than I ever been, and that's where the bar is at for me. Like, okay, if I could just keep getting better, I know that I can like create more headspace in my beats now. My 808s literally blew out the fucking Sprinter speakers last night. Like my 808s is hitting so crazy, but not in a disruptive way, in a way where that shit is punching you in the chest. And it's like I'm excited to just dig into that more, you know what I mean? Just creating the sonics that's just like I know I've advanced personally, you know.
What's the I guess most trash beat you've ever made? That ended up being a smash.
Damn.
It ended up being a smash.
I wouldn't say trash, but I would say, bro, I didn't know niggas in Paris was about to be what it was about to be. I literally didn't. I really didn't, man. I had my homeboy Chili Chill I used to be rapping with and you know, just working with. He was about to put that song out, that beat out on a mixtape of his. Like literally a few days before I got the email from Don C. Don C was like, yo, I need you to send me the files to this beat. And I was like, damn, the homie was just about to drop something on this. Let me see. Then I got an email from Ye and he was like, bro, me and Jay was in Paris. We made this song. He was like, when this song dropped, your life about to change. So but I didn't even, bro. I still didn't know until I really heard the song and got around. I went to the planetarium where they did the listening party and Khaled was there and a bunch of people was there, and the way they reacted when niggas in Paris came on, that was when I first understood what it really was, you know. So, but I didn't know that shit was about to be that big.
I know a program director who went to a Watch the Throne listening party. And I was like, how was the album? And they was like, it's dope, but ain't no radio hits on there.
Oh, shit.
And I remember when niggas in Paris, I'm like, did you go to the bathroom when niggas in Paris came on or something? I was like, how you ain't hear this?
Yeah, that's funny.
Man, also, this ain't even no question, Click as well.
Word.
Click is one of my favorite songs.
That's what's up.
How was that
Shout
experience?
out Big Sean, man. Yeah, man, just getting back into, I was, you know, signing good music at the time, so I was just working on everything I could for Ye and with Ye and his artists, and I think we was in London. We started working on that song, and the original beat was actually a beat I had gave Dom Kennedy, and he actually put it out. It was a song called CDC, and they did the original demo to that beat. And I ended up having to tell Ye, like, man, my boy Dom Kennedy just dropped a song on this beat, so we just flipped it, took some of the sounds out, added more sounds, and just turned it up, made it what it was.
Look, the vocals in the beginning, right? When they who is that?
That's James Fauntleroy, legend, man.
I love James Fauntleroy. I did not know that was him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know James joined on the anti Rihanna album. That's named after James. Yeah.
Okay. So he made those vocals specifically for Click, or was that something y'all took from somewhere else?
Yep. He took that joint. Like Ye just gave him a bunch of stuff, and that was something he did over that.
Yeah.
And
you say you was signing good music?
Yeah, I was signing.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that was a time too I had to sacrifice because I was already signed to Polo the Don and his managers was managing me, so I was giving them 20%. Then when I got around Ye, him and his team was like, well, we want to manage you. And I was like this, you know, young, humble, loyal guy. So I'm like, I stuck it out with my other team, but I also did a thing where I was given 20% to good music. So I made a sacrifice to get that brand energy, just to be around, and just like, you know, I got niggas in Paris out of it, Click, I got a bunch of stuff out of it, but I sacrificed. I was giving up like 40% of my money at that time.
I see why you wasn't making no money.
Yeah.
I mean, man, I you know, shout out to No ID. Like, he always called it brand energy. It's like, me being associated with a lot of good came from that too. I sacrificed, but, you know, it also landed me in this place where, you know, if I want to go sell my catalog, if I want to, you know, move my music around, I can do that, and I can make some real money now.
I didn't know the Polo the Don situation either.
Yeah, I was signed to Polo and Universal since I was 19 years old, and I just got out in July. Yeah.
So what'd you produce with Polo? Like what came out of that?
I produced like certain little stuff with him during those days when he was, you know, in his heyday, but I was more so just signed to him as a producer, and his managers was managing me, so they had a whole situation going, but
they couldn't just release you. Like, once you realized it was a bad deal, did you go to them?
I'm sure they could have, but they didn't want to. You know what I mean? They like, shit, nah, we got them early, and we about to extract as much as we can, and you know.
How did that make you feel? Like, does that something you take personal, or you just like, you know what, that's business, that's what I signed?
I mean, at this point, yeah, but I mean, bro, I've been depressed for years, man. I've been depressed, going to lawyers, and they like, yo, this is the worst deal I ever seen, you know what I mean, stuff like that, and they like, well, they don't want to let you out the deal, or they don't want to give you an amendment, or whatever the case is, and it's like, that was, you know, I was like chasing, like, maybe if I make a bigger song than niggas in Paris, that I can get out this deal, you know? And it's like, I probably fucked up certain relationships like that, like just trying to put pressure on different artists, and trying to like just do too much, I guess, you know what I mean? But it never was about that. I was just in that contract. That's just what it was. And that's why I'm just happy as hell to be out now, man.
So Polo ate off niggas in Paris and all of that stuff?
Yeah, he did.
Damn.
Yeah, he did. For sure.
I mean, great business for Polo.
Nah,
I mean,
great. Nah, for sure. I mean, I did too, though. You know, it is what it is. I just talked to Polo last night, man. Solid dude. Got love for him. He gave me opportunity. I've made a lot happen with that opportunity, and I'm just taking that knowledge now to the next phase, and that's why I'm starting this foundation. I just started a foundation called The Next Hits. So it's like the next hit boys or the next hit songs, however you want to look at it. Just, you know, helping underserved communities and kids that's like got dads that's locked up, like my dad was locked up, and teaching them about the business side, the engineering, recording, producing, whatever they want to do.
Who's the Polo? We gotta get Polo up here because
Yeah,
his name is always coming
so
up.
much.
And I didn't know he was he signed like Kane Brown is.
No, nah, man. Polo, he got it here, man. He be out here for sure.
So when did you get out the good music situation? All of this just happened?
No. I was only in a good music situation for like 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, for like 2 years, and just, you know, ran through that. But I mean, even with my deal, like, Ye wanted to be involved in that, and I went to Jimmy Iovine. You know, he went to Jimmy Iovine too, and it was basically like, well, Jimmy told him, like, this is up to Hit Boy, and Jimmy came to me like, well, do you want to be your own man? Do you really want to learn the game, or you want to keep being up under somebody else? So I just like I lost that brand energy, but I just got to really get on that road to learning about, you know, running a label, you know, how the money is being spent, marketing, all this shit. Like, I understand it a lot better now. So, you know, I just, you know, I just been pushing for these last, you know, however many years.
So you're dropping a solo album. You got some projects coming out with Alchemist in October, but you're dropping a solo album in November. Software update. Just like, that's where I'm at, period. Just updating myself, like the therapy aspect, like, you know, being a better dad, being a better, you know what I mean, just dressing better, whatever the case is, just updating my software, you know what I mean, getting smarter, educating myself more, whatever it is.
How do you protect your mental health in an industry that's all about constant output? They always want something from you. Yeah,
I mean, I live my real life, man. I had got off of social media for like the whole 2025 since like January. I just got back on in July, and man, it made me realize a lot. Like, I'm actually living an incredible life. You know what I mean? You might look at somebody else and like, oh man, this person got a bigger mansion. This person got a, you know, a bigger fleet of cars. Like, none of that shit matter, you know what I mean? If I look around, like, I got my son, I'm a real dad. I got my son full time. Like, if this was in LA, he'd probably be sitting right here with us, you know what I mean? He's everywhere when I got him. So, yeah, man. Life is amazing right now.
When you said you didn't understand boundaries,
yeah,
what did that look like? What did a Hit Boy
that looked like being taken advantage of, you know what I mean? Just anybody who needed something at any time, you know, even if they didn't deserve it, I just was open arms, just giving it to people, and like even family, whatever, you know, just learning how to say no, learning how to just understand that I'm not the worst person in the world if I do say no. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Like, you know, I'm out here hustling. I'm out here doing what I got to do. I'm pushing around. I'm in New York doing interview after interview and just like session after session. Like, you know, I got to take care of myself, make sure my mind's straight first. And when I do I'm a very generous person, you know what I mean? I help a lot of people. I do a lot for people, but I got to make sure I'm straight first.
I think the best, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I think the best thing that you're doing is that foundation that you just named. What is the name of it?
The Next Hits.
The Next Hits. I think that's dope. Yeah. Helping, you know, kids who want to learn the business, you know, who does not have their father, that, you know, I think that's pretty dope. I'm proud of you for
Appreciate that. Yeah. We just getting started, man. And, finna push it to the max. Yeah.
What have your conversations been like with your dads? Just about the business side of it, since you've come up out of the things that you
said with my dad?
Yeah.
Man, that's a whole thing right there, man. Like, he got out. We hit the ground running. He was making bread. I was trying to educate him. I'm taking him to my accountant and wealth manager offices, and he just lives a different life, man. He don't differentiate prison from real life. Like I'm cool in here, I'm cool out there, you know. And it's like I don't live like that. Like I couldn't imagine being around niggas all day. I couldn't imagine it. So it's like that's just him. And I try to, you know, show him, teach him, put him in the most comfortable situation possible, and I still couldn't change his mind. And that was like eye-opening for me. Like, you know, you could do anything for a person, and if they not ready to accept it, they not ready to move forward with how they think, it's nothing you could do about it, you know. So that
how does that hurt you? How does that affect you now?
This nigga, I mean, bro, every time it's like worse and worse. Cause this time when he got out, bro, he was on the fucking stage with Kendrick at the pop out holding my son. It's a picture of Kendrick, my son, and my dad on stage at the pop out. Did songs with Snoop Dogg, did a whole album with The Game that went #1 on iTunes. He did a bunch of shit, and for him to go back this time, it probably hurt the worst, because I'm like, bro, like you actually was getting to it, getting respect, getting love, getting money, all this shit, and it's like you still ended up back in there. It's like that's where the software update comes from. Like I gotta update my software. I gotta stop playing with my life. I gotta just take me more serious, you know, instead of always pouring into everybody else as much as I do.
Have you offered him help? Like, you know, listen, man, maybe you need to sit down with
Nah, for sure. We didn't talk about it all. Like I'm like, I might have to take him to the most random middle of America city and just like where there's no action, and bring a therapist and just like work out all day and make music, man. Like that's probably the only way to save him. You know what I mean? And he'll probably find some bullshit out there too. He'll probably still find something to get into.
So is he institutionalized?
Yeah, for sure. He is, man, for sure. I mean, bro, like he had a plea deal to not even have the 3 years he just got now, and he said he would rather be in prison than be on the streets on probation, because he can get washed up for a longer time that way, I guess. But I couldn't imagine that, man. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, well, you don't want my help then. You know what I mean? I paid for the lawyer to get you the plea deal. You want to, you know, do your thing. So holla at me when you get out, bro. Holla at me when you get out.
What kind of friction does that cause between a father and a son, though? Yeah. Forget the business, just father and son.
Nah, I mean, it's deep, bro. It's deep, and that's the friction where it's like I've always been forgiving. I've always been like, you know, there for him, sending bread, sending help, whatever the case is. And this is the one time where I'm like, it's got to be tough love, bro. Holla at me when you get out, because I did everything. I paid for the high-priced lawyer. I flew to North Carolina where the case was, got on the stand, talked to the judge, spent my time out there, time away from my son, all this shit, and you still went against everything that I, you know, put the energy into. And I'm like, well, hey, bro, I got to focus on me, period.
Yeah.
You know
does he have a sense of entitlement?
I'm sure he do. Yeah, for sure. And I made it so easy all these years, and it's like, I can't play them games no more.
It's so crazy how life get.
Yeah.
What do you think about AI, man? How is AI going to impact the production process?
Man, I think it's a dope tool, man. Don't use it as a crutch. Don't press a button and then get a person to beat and be like, that's it. Like, you know, if you press that button and you hear something dope, try to flip it as if you was just listening to a sample off the radio or a sample off a record, whatever the case is. Just, it's a tool, man. I'm rocking with it.
I don't even know, when you say press a button, what do you mean? Like,
it's like it's literally programs where it's like you could type something in, press a button, and it'll give you like an outline of what you typed in, whether it's
make a Hit Boy beat,
make a East Coast hip hop 1999 type beat, and it'll give you something that's in that area type, vibe. But I don't think you should just take that and be like, oh, boom, I made this. I mean, you could. I'm sure this happening. I'm sure I be hearing music on the radio like, man, this sound like it could be AI sometimes. But I don't know. But I think it's an ill tool if you use it the right way and just use it as a tool, not a crutch.
So it has sparked some creativity.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's like I use it kind of like how I would use MIDI. Like if I play a piano progression and I want to turn it into some like strings, I could just boom run it through that, and I could take them strings and then chop them up and make it into his own thing.
What you think about AI artists though?
AI artists, I mean, man, I feel like K-pop Demon Hunters is AI. All the kids listen to that. It sound like it, bro.
My daughters love them.
I can't even get one song off in the car no more. I be trying to play my music. My son like, nah, play Soda Pop. Play, I'm like, man, damn, it's humbling. You know what I mean? But it's also eye-opening. Like, man, this is doing numbers. Like, what am I missing? But
are they AI?
I don't know, but it sounds like it to me.
I don't know, but I know everything they do is just like magic. Like it
goes
crazy.
up for them kids.
Yeah,
for sure.
insane.
Numbers.
Yeah. But you listening with a different pair of ears though. You got producer ears, so you probably hear something that we don't.
I'm just listening. I'm messing around with AI and then listening to that. It sounds like it's some AI in there. It might not be. I don't want to disrespect the creatives that's behind that, but it's like that's just how I feel.
I've got a couple more questions. You ever gave an artist a beat you knew was dope and they just completely wasted it?
Plenty times. I ain't gonna put no names out there, but it's certain songs that I just wish would have been like actual hits, like Watch and Learn for Rihanna. Like every girl I run into, like that's my favorite Rihanna song.
That is my jam.
And it's like, damn, that should have been a hit. Or like Right Here with Justin Bieber and Drake. Like I don't understand why them songs wasn't like top 10 or whatever, but that's part of the game,
Watch and Learn is my jam.
Word.
I wish, we all wish, but I wish Nipsey hadn't passed.
Oh, man, come on, man.
And I feel like Racks in the Middle was the perfect follow-up to Victory.
Bro, that was his whole vision. Like, he came to me and I was actually about to put that song out. It was gonna be on my production album. I was about to do like a Khaled-esque type album with featuring different artists, and that was gonna be me featuring Roddy Ricch. Roddy had a verse on there, and we was literally starting the paperwork process, and I low-key had Nip pull up. I wanted him to throw a verse on it. He heard the song. He was like, bro, run that back. I ran it back. He was like, man, let me get this joint, bro. He was like, this could be the perfect song to like push, into my next rollout, post Victory Lap. And I'm like, I just like, cool, let's run it. You know what I mean? And he came through, he did the song. It was a movie, like him doing 3 verses, talking about the stuff he was talking about and laying it on the line like that. And for that to play out that way, it was just a movie for me, man, like insane. And I was talking to Nip every day. We texting at 6 a.m, top of the morning, just like sending samples back and forth. I'm sending him beats I had just made. We talking about, he was telling me he wanted me to be involved in this next project heavy, and for that to, happen how it happened, it was super fucked up, man. Sad time for real.
Yeah, because on Racks, that's what he talks about. His homeboy Fats who got killed. Yeah.
I know.
He got, oh my God.
Insane.
Damn,
Insane.
that was eerie after you.
That was eerie, bro. It was eerie. And the way the beat sound with the choirs and all that, it just, him walking through the graveyard, like, man. Nuts. It was dope though. I at the video shoot, I got to meet his grandmother. We was on a private jet kicking it. They drinking champagne. I was fly, like being able to experience that moment.
I remember that picture.
Yeah.
I remember when Nip posted that picture of him and his grandmother. You was there for that?
I was there. Yeah, I'm in the video. That's my McLaren, like next to the other car in front of the private jet. Yeah.
Okay, McLaren. All right, with the flex, y'all.
That's that's who you would have ended up like. What you did with Nas. That would have been yours on the
I agree.
West Coast.
I think we would have did damage, man. It's like I feel like Racks in the Middle is still one of the most like revolutionary West Coast beats from the modern era. You know what I mean? I feel like that's where, if I was to think about like if Dre was actually gonna make Detox, I think it should sound like Racks in the Middle level, like, because it's got that West Coast like drag on it, but it still sound new. You got to push it forward.
Y'all won a Grammy for that too, right?
Yeah, we did. Bittersweet, man. Crazy. But the good thing is, like, when we made the song, we felt like that. We felt like, man, this is Grammy level. We was playing that joint back to back. We was turned up in the stool. We was really feeling that. So it was just validating, like, damn, like Nip was on. He was right, spot on. You know what I mean?
Have people really embraced the loss of Nipsey? Like, do people really realize how big of a loss that was, especially for the West Coast?
I think so. I think the world, I feel like, obviously when it's fucked up, but when people pass, they get even bigger. More people tap in. So it's like, his legacy is spreaded, and you see what Black Sam doing. He taking the brand and just like turning it into, a monster, man. It's amazing. So, yeah, man, it's crazy.
I'm glad that you are like making yourself seen, and I hope you do a lot more press after this, because I'm tired of Googling your name and stories of boys actually being hit come up. Like, yeah.
Nah, for
sure.
sure.
Show your face.
You're right.
Like,
It's that.
You need to know you.
It's that time. It's that time for sure. Yeah.
What's harder, making a beat that gives a rapper a hit, or making a beat that gives them like a career? I don't want to say revival, but like resurgence.
It's all the same thing. I'm just making music. I never meant to make a hit. I just made music that I felt, and most of my hits that y'all would know me for came from me just being in the stew, just damn near by myself, just cooking up, having fun, man. That's what this production shit has always been about for me, just literally having fun.
At this point in your career, are you making music for money, for legacy, or just because you can't stop? That's what you know.
All the above. I need the bread. I'm trying to, the legacy, it's gonna shape up. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And I just love to do it. You know what I mean? Like I said, like I love when I feel my own growth. I love when I feel myself advancing and being able to do certain things that I wanted to do 5 years ago musically that I can now accomplish, and I can now, fully manipulate and bend these sounds into ways that I can make them do whatever I want to. Yeah.
And if Hit Boy stopped producing today, what do you think? What do you think the game would lose?
Man, some authenticity. It's just like just raw, like bruh. I just, like I said, I shoot from the hip every time. Like I don't know how to make a hit. I'm just making music, and it should just be coming what it's becoming. Like just being able to see some of these songs performed in stadiums and watching Beyonce, watching Ho, watching Travis, Kendrick doing backseat freestyle still on his tour, like it's ill. You know what I mean? Just like. And it's still rocking as if it just dropped. It's like, man, you just gotta make what you feel, and I've been making some stuff that's timeless.
Have you got anything with Kendrick tucked away?
I'll be chopping it with bro, man. That's why I'll be telling people, man, it's crazy. So my son, he 5 years old now. Before his 4th birthday, he made a song. He made his first song because he was in most of the sessions with me and Nas, just sitting in the back. Didn't realize he was taking this all in. Told him, I asked him, did he want to make a song for his birthday? Put him on the mic. He literally freestyled with context. I was laughing. It was crazy. But put the song out with a video, and I think it was the day Not Like Us dropped. And that's how I knew Kendrick was just like, this was light work for him, this whole shit. Like, he texted me about my son video. Like, go ahead, nephew. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's like, bro, like. This,
in the middle of all that.
In the middle of all that.
On.
I'm like, this nigga, like, he crazy. He really crazy.
That's what's
he cool, though.
Well, Hit Boy and Spank Nitty James, y'all coming out October 3rd.
Shout my boy Spank, man. Shout out Hemet, man, the whole Inland Empire.
What's Spank? Where you from?
He from Hemet. He from deep in the IE, yeah, for sure.
Where's that?
God. That's in like east of LA, like like an hour east of LA. That's where we all kind of came up. I grew up in Pasadena, but when I was 13, I moved to the IE, and that's where I learned how to make beats and all that shit. So it was vital. But I was sad when I first moved out of Dena for sure. But yeah, the IE, that's a lot of homies out there.
And then you and Alchemist got an album coming out October 24th.
Yeah, we got an album and a movie that's I feel like it's gonna make people look at us in a whole different light. Yeah.
And then a solo album called Software Update.
Software Update.
God damn,
I know.
Sure.
Look, you couldn't wait to get out
there. Word up, like what you do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited, bro. It's like it's genuine. It's coming from a place of like this shit coming from my soul, man. So like I'm just like looking forward to, letting people see me in a different light and just like pushing, what I've done forward.
Yeah. And you free now.
Man,
so,
free. It's amazing.
Welcome home.
Hit free. I just threw like $1 million party in LA last week and shot a video with AZ Chike, Baby Tron, and Spank, and that was the illest. We had Marathon Burger up there. We had this whole Eat Couch activation because we got this song called Eat Couch, and it was crazy.
Like pussy or ass?
No, it's like smashing a girl on the couch from the back, and her face is in the couch, so she eating the couch. Essentially, she's eating the couch. Yeah.
Got you. What you mean?
It's so old.
You know there's a pillow for that.
Funny.
You know there's a pillow for that.
No, there is a pillow for that.
No, I know, but Spank is just funny. When he said eat couch, man, that just had me laughing so hard. I'm like, we got to put this joint out, man.
Why the hell is the party $1 million?
Because it was a celebration, 18 years, man. I'm like, I got to go all out. I just went crazy. I just had all type of activations. I had, hood taco spots, marathon burger. I had, just a lot of fly shit going. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Well, it's Hit Boy, man. Thank you for coming, my brother.
Nah, for sure. Appreciate y'all, man.
It's an honor.
It's an honor.
Yes, sir.
Hold up. Every day I wake up, wake your ass up. The Breakfast Club.
Y'all finished or y'all done?